Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the Garden School. Today, we are moving to a new chapter, Chapter 7, Legends in Sports. Before moving to the lesson, we have a warm-up exercise. Write a catchy slogan on the importance of sports. We all know sports is how much important in our life. So, write a slogan and send it to us. Reading. Read this passage about the three great Indian sports personalities. The lesson is progressing with a conversation between two children and their aunt. Ritu and her brother Nitin were sitting quietly beside their aunt Anika. Aunt Anika was a table tennis player and a sports person in their family. The children enjoyed listening to her experiences and anecdotes about sports personalities. So, I already told you this is a conversation between two children and their aunt. The name of their aunt is Anika. She was a table tennis player and a sports person in their family. Whenever they are getting a chance, they interact with their aunt and she shares her experiences with them. And it is mostly about sports personalities. Moving to the next paragraph. Today, I am going to tell you about three famous sports stars who brought home laurels and have earned a name for themselves in the world of sports, began Aunt Anika, smiling at the excited faces of Ritu and Nitin. They are Dhyan Chand, known for hockey, Mary Kom for boxing, and P.V. Sindhu, the graceful badminton player. So, Aunt started the conversation that she is going to talk about three sports personalities of India. Dhyan Chand, he is well known in hockey, and the second one is Mary Kom in boxing, and third one is P.V. Sindhu in badminton. Ritu admired P.V. Sindhu and Nitin thought that Mary Kom was wonderful. When their aunt asked them whether they knew about Dhyan Chand, the children said that they didn't. So Aunt Anika began. Born on 29th August 1905 to Army man Sameshwar Dutt Singh and wife Sharada Singh, Dhyan Chand too joined the army when he was only 16 years old. He used to play informal hockey matches in the army and would practice at night. P.V. Sindhu and Mary Kom is well known to the children, but when aunt asked about Dhyan Chand, they didn't know anything about him. So, aunt start explaining about Dhyan Chand. He was born in the year 29th August 1905 to an army man, Sameshwar Dutt Singh, and to his wife, Sharada Singh. And the name of the child is Dhyan Chand. And he too joined in the army when he was only 16 years old. At the age of 16 years, Dhyan Chand joined the army. He used to play informal hockey matches in the army. So, army is conducting informal matches. He used to play informal hockey matches in the army and usually he practiced at night. Children asked, why at night? Aunt said, that is because he would work during the day. So, the reason behind he was practicing in the night time just because he was working in the daytime. Aunt Anika continued. He would wait for the moon to come up and then he would start playing. That's how his name changed to Dhyan Chand. He was waiting for the moon to come and in the moonlight he was playing and practicing. What an apt name, said Ritu. Ritu confirmed the statement by saying, what an apt name. Dhyan Chand played in the army tournaments between 1922 and 1926. He was selected to be a part of the Indian team for the Amsterdam Summer Olympics of 1928, in which India beat Netherlands 3-0 in the final game of hockey. Dhyan Chand scored 2 of those 3 goals. Aunt Anika said, wow, exclaimed both the children. So, he used to play tournaments between 1922 and 1926, that was army tournaments. And then he was selected to the Indian team for the Amsterdam Summer Olympics of 1928. In that Olympics, India beat Netherlands for 3-0 in the final match. And out of these 3 goals, Dhyanchand scored 2 goals. Dhyanchand was hailed as wizard of hockey. Do you know that there is a story that says the authorities broke his hockey stick to check if there was a magnet inside on loft? So he was considered as a wizard of hockey, and people start praising. He was just like the icon of hockey. And there was a story that the authorities, because he is continuously keep on scoring goals, and the authorities broke his bat and checked whether there is any magnet inside. Did the hockey team win any more gold medals? Asked Ritu. Oh yes, India won the gold medal in Los Angeles Summer Olympics in 1932 and with Dhyanchand as the captain. Our country won the gold medal in 1936 Berlin Olympics, said Aunt Anika. So our country scored hockey championship for 3 consecutive Olympics. That is in 1928, 1932 and 1936. The second time and third time, that is for the Los Angeles Summer Olympics and Berlin Olympics, Dhyanchand was the captain of Indian team. Amazing, we have such a glorious past, said Ritu. So Ritu was really happy because they are very fond of sports. So they said it was an amazing story because we got such a wonderful past. The government honored him with the Padma Bhushan in 1956. His birthday is celebrated as the National Sports Day. Dhyanchand died in 1979. Aunt Anika concluded. The Indian government honored him with Padma Bhushan in 1956 and his birthday is celebrated as the National Sports Day. So remember, whenever we are celebrating National Sports Day, it is the birthday of Dhyanchand. He died in the year 1979, Aunt Anika concluded. Are you going to tell us about Mary Kom now? Nitin asked, edging closer to his aunt. Yes, Mary Kom is, as you know, the queen of boxing and lovingly called Magnificent Mary. She was more interested in sports than studies during her school days and made use of every opportunity to participate in all types of sports, including volleyball, football, and athletics. So, aunt starts saying about Mary Kom. Mary Kom was really interested in sports than studies, and she used to play all sort of games, that is volleyball, football, and athletics. And she is lovingly called as Magnificent Mary. Nitin grinned. No wonder he thought the world of her. Mary, said aunt, was inspired by the Manipuri boxer Dingo Singh, who won the gold medal at the Bangkok Asian Games in 1998. Soon she started training under M. Narjit Singh, who was the Manipur state boxing coach at Imphal. Initially, her parents did not know about her training because Mary did not want them to be anxious about her taking up a sport that could lead to serious injuries. So, she was inspired by Manipuri boxer Dingo Singh, who won the gold medal in the Bangkok Asian Games in 1998. After that, she started training under M. Narjit Singh, who was Manipur state boxing coach at Imphal. And her parents didn't know anything about her practice. Mary doesn't want to inform this to her parents because boxing is such a harmful sport and that may lead to injuries. Tell us about her achievements, said Nitin. She has won the AIBA Women's World Amateur Boxing Championship 5 times. She got the title AIBA Women's World Amateur Boxing Championship. That was for 5 times. 5 gold medals and 1 silver medal in the Asian Women Boxing Championship between 2013 and 2017. A gold medal at the 2009 Asian Indoor Games in Vietnam and many other titles. So, she got many titles. She won many titles, and the first one is AIBA Women's World Amateur Boxing Championship. She got 5 times. 5 gold medals and 1 silver medal in Asian Women's Boxing Championships between 2003 and 2017. A gold medal at the 2009 Asian Indoor Games in Vietnam and many other titles on set. Her parents must have been proud of her, said Ritu. Of course. She was the first Indian woman boxer to win a gold medal in the Asian Games in 2014 in Incheon, South Korea, said Nitin suddenly. She was the first Indian woman boxer to win a gold medal in the Asian Games in 2014. Do you know what she said after winning the gold? Aunt Anika said, I want to give this medal to my country. Ritu added, oh, so you already know quite a lot about her, said Aunt Anika admiringly. Ritu added, the legendary boxer proved that she is still unbeatable by winning the gold medal in the Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia in 2018. She was honored with the Arjuna Award in 2003. Arjuna Award was one of the prestigious awards by the Indian government to sports personalities. The Padma Shri in 2006, Padma Bhushan in 2013 and the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award in 2009. I read somewhere that she has written a book, said Nitin. Nitin is added to the information that he read somewhere that she wrote a book. Yes, she has written her autobiography. It is called Unbreakable. The name of her autobiography is Unbreakable. What is an autobiography? If I am writing my life story by my own, that is autobiography. If somebody else is writing about me, my life story, that is biography. See the difference between biography and autobiography. The autobiography, the name of the autobiography of Mary Kom is Unbreakable. Well, now it's the time to tell us about PV Sindhu, isn't it? Ritu asked eagerly and Aunt patted her head. Sindhu is a sports icon to many of you today. She has an uncompromising commitment to the game, an indomitable spirit and never-ending quest for excellence. She begins her practice at 4 in the morning. The aunt explaining about the achievements of Sindhu. That is, Sindhu is a sports icon to many of you today. She is a well-known sports icon. She has an uncompromising commitment to the game. She is really committed to the game. And an indomitable spirit and never-ending quest for excellence. She is always practicing for her excellence. She begins her practice at 4 in the morning. Early morning, she usually starts her practice. No wonder she is so good, said Ritu and Nitin together admiringly. Yeah, because of her hard work, she is achieving great heights in her life. PV Sindhu is from Andhra Pradesh. Her parents were volleyball players and her father was honored with the Arjuna Award for excellence in his sports. She started playing badminton from the age of 8. She was profoundly inspired by Pullela Gopichand's victory in the All England Open Badminton Championship in 2001. Her first major breakthrough was at the 5th Servo All India Ranking Championship for the Under 10 category, said Aunt Anika. So, PV Sindhu, hailing from Andhra Pradesh, her parents were volleyball players. He born to a sports family and her father was honored with the Arjuna Award for his excellence in sports. She started playing badminton at the age of 8. She was profoundly inspired by the Pullela Gopichand's victory in the All England Open Badminton Championship in 2001. She was actually inspired by the performance of Pullela Gopichand in 2001. That was in the All England Open Badminton Championship. Her first major breakthrough was the 5th Servo All India Ranking Championship for the under 10 category. Her first achievement was at the age below 10 years, and that was the Servo All India Ranking Championship. That's amazing, said Ritu. Sindhu was successful at many championships between 2010 and 2018. She was really successful in many championships between 2010 and 2018. Aunt Anika informed the children and was awarded the Padma Shri in 2015 and the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award in 2016. She is the first Indian to have created history by winning medals for 2 consecutive years at the World Badminton Championship. She was the first Indian who created history. She made a history that she won 2 consecutive years at the World Badminton Championships. In 2018, PV Sindhu won India's first ever silver medal in the Asian Games. In 2018, PV Sindhu won India's first ever silver medal in badminton in the Asian Games. The children were quiet as they thought about what they had heard. So they were excited. Then suddenly, Ritu whispered to Aunt Anika, "Do you think Mummy will support me if I want to become a scuba diver?" Aunt Anika whispered, "Why not? Ritu want to be a scuba diver." So Aunt Anika is saying that your mummy will definitely support you. Ritu and Nitin knew their parents would encourage them to realize their dreams. So like every parent, Ritu and Nitin also knew that their parents will also support them in realizing their dreams. That's all about the chapter. You go through the reading comprehension and other exercise. We'll meet you in the next class. Till then, goodbye.